desolder this. Gotta take these heat shrink tubes off. This is glorious work right here. Worthy of an Emmy. Doesn't want to come off. All right. Okay, next thing. Oh, I need the quickie clamp there. Thanks. I'm going to desolder this. Desoldering is an interesting thing because you just want to heat it up. But in order to heat it up, you're going to put the solder on it so that you can heat it up faster. Solder on this little iron. It's kind of hot. Don't touch it. And just heat it up.
Do you have to desolder stuff a lot?
Me?
Yeah.
Personally? Yeah.
Do you ever thought about buying solder wick?
I want to keep the solder on in this case because it's going to go into the next part. But yeah, sometimes I use it. Not very often on these kind of things. These parts, there's a lot of solder involved, so it goes somewhere when it's not being used.
Gotcha.
So when you're working with big gauge stuff, really thick wire, you got to be, unfortunately, a little patient because it takes a while for the heat to soak. Like 30 or 60 seconds, sometimes you have to wait. Old connector, great. Just to make sure this is the battery side, because I've totally mixed this up before and caused a lot of problems. So these are HXT, right? What does it say on the box? Yeah. HXT. HXT, I can never remember. HXT connectors. Silly red connector. And to make sure we put them on the right way, I gotta get a battery.
Oh, that's pretty close.
Different diameter.
Yeah, so here's the battery side, and black is minus, red is plus. We just have to make sure we put the right connectors on so that we can actually connect it. It's kind of idiot-proof, well, at least Trent-proof, so you can't put it in backwards, you can only put it in the right way. So that means that we want the red connector to go on the inner, on the smaller one, and the smaller one takes the male plug. Male plug goes in there. And that means also, yeah, so we put this in there. So, male, female, red, like this, male, female, plus, minus. So we're going to make that happen. Okay. Now, funny thing about these connectors is you got to push these on first, so that you can solder these on and then pull them back in. Now, the tricky part here is going to be, if you're not careful, the solder comes out and gets in the way of these little. This little ridge right here is going to clip into the red side here. And if we're not careful, we will get solder all over it, and it won't work very well. We're lucky that we only have to do this kind of soldering job once per hexcopter. Let's start with the positive. Do a super professional clamping job.
Pretty awesome.
And this is where I could use an extra hand, actually. So if somebody could hold this into the cup on this side would be great. So if you could hold it right here. Yeah. Great. And I'm gonna just dump a crap ton of solder in there. So
Should I?
Oh, be careful.
yeah, watch out for my soldering iron. So if you could lift it up
Oh.
just a tiny bit, that'd be great.
Luis might be better. Oh, sorry.
I won't get him. He'll be okay.
Oh, sorry.
Actually, here, let me put some of the solder in first, so you can pull it out.
Oh, Luis,
Yeah.
you should be careful.
Why?
You'll be okay.
Your finger.
Oh, I think I'll be
Yeah.
alright. I trust in the master builder.
Okay, is it tight? Can you pull it?
Kind of tight,
I'm
yeah.
gonna put some more solder on it. Alright. Okay. Let go. Okay, so we were lucky. We got it all soldered up. It's nice and hard, nice and stiff there, and we didn't get solder outside of the cup, so this will be nice and easy. Hopefully, the second one goes just as well. Alright, if you could do the same thing.
Yeah. Do I start out a little bit, or?
Yeah, I gotta be able to get the...
Okay, so you're just gonna dump some solder in there and I smush it in real quick?
Here, I'll put some in just to get it started. To heat it up too. Okay, now go ahead and put it in. That's good. Tell me if you see soldering coming out that hole.
I think you should saw it's coming. It's a little bit out, almost, right?
Oh, this is good. That's okay.
Okay. So it seems like it's not really like in the center, it sticks to one side.
Yeah,
That's how
okay.
it goes?
Oh wow, we got a lot of solder in there. This is good. Only thing is this edge here will get in the way, so I gotta clean it up. This kind of soldering is maybe as hard as it gets. So if you end up feeling comfortable doing this kind of job, you're set. Let it cool. If we're lucky, we'll pop it. If we're not, we'll need to get another tool.
What's preventing it?
It's running into the sidewall of one of the plastic.
Oh, nice.
I'll use the screwdriver to push it through. I don't know if it's the right size, but.
1. Two. Hmm.
So, yeah. That should work now.
Okay.
The other side is going to go on onto the plate, and I will just get this ready now. We don't have to be as careful, so we just cut this off here.
Alright, so we have to get both things off, huh?
Yep. That's okay. So we'll come back to this later.